There are so many scriptures where it tells us to know him for ourselves. Know him for yourself. Jeremiah 29:13. It talks about seeking him and finding him and searching for him with your whole heart. That's not about religious activity. That ain't about going to church on Sunday mornings. It ain't about attending every conference and every function. It's about intentional pursuit. John 10:27. It talks about the sheep and how they hear his voice and they know him and they follow him. You don't need nobody to tell you what God says. You hear God because you belong to him. And when you're in relationship with God, it activates recognition. I got another scripture for you. Acts 17:27. That scripture is Paul literally saying God makes himself findable. He makes himself reachable. He makes himself accessible. He is not locked behind a denomination. I think it says that they should seek God in the hope that they might feel after him and find him. That scripture disrupts the idea that God is locked behind rituals or routines. Paul was literally speaking to a culture full of idols, full of altars, full of systems, and he still said, God is near, meaning proximity to God has never been limited by cultural structures. And now that's theological liberation right there. I'm going to let you sit with that. Do with that what you will. Another scripture, 2 Timothy 2:15. Now, I know people weaponize this verse to push performance, but the real point is this. You cannot rely on somebody else's interpretation of God. You have to ask him to reveal himself to you. 2 Timothy 2:15 says, study to show thyself approved. When you pray things like, God, help me rightly divide your word. Show me who you are beyond what I was taught. Reveal yourself to me the way that you see fit. He does it. I'm a witness. When you study scripture through the Spirit, it changes everything. It changes everything. Instead of reading to confirm what you were taught, you start discovering who God actually is. And that shift, that internal theological awakening is what frees you from inherited interpretations and leads you into personal revelation. Woo! I feel like, what's the man? I don't even know the man name. He be eating that meat and the meat fall off the bone. Tenderism.